That's a big one. That's a big one. Drag, 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 drag. That's a big one, guys. That could be small squatch. Could be small. Back to the Bass Woman channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm gonna make this as fast as possible because I kind of have a lot to say. If you guys seen my video of my #2 homemade lure, you know that I didn't get to catch fish on it, which is unfortunate. And it's not because the lure didn't work, it's because I didn't have a place to fish it. The pond was just covered in grass and I couldn't make the cast that I needed to make. I got like 3 or 4 blow-ups on it, but I just couldn't secure the catch. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description. You guys go check it out because it was an absolute blast to film, and I'm thinking that you might like the video. And I'm thinking that because a lot of you guys requested more videos like that. And today, we have another video like that. Unfortunately, apologize in advance, I did not film the whole process of me making this lure because I made it before you guys requested more videos like this. So I apologize. In the future, I will film all of it. But in today's video, I'm gonna be using a lure that I just made that's a little bit less gimmicky. It's a lure that you might see something like that in the store, even though there is a topwater walking turd apparently called the floater. But you know, that's a story for a different time. But I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys the bait and tell you what I did, how I made it, and then we're just gonna get to fishing with it. We are gonna be wading in the river in search of small squatch homemade lure episode. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the pregnant popper. I didn't name it something to do with a perch because there's already a popping perch, which is like a topwater frog deal. And also because I plan on making more of these the exact same style, just with a different paint pattern, like a pregnant bluegill, a pregnant bass, a pregnant shad. You get my point. But it is the pregnant popper. I did the paint job on this, which is why it looks the way it does. If my wife did it, it would look so much better. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I had no idea what I was making. I took a piece of white pine, a 2x4, and I cut a little piece out of it, and then I just whittled, and this is what I came up with. It's kind of like a crankbait shape with a giant mouth, a giant lip up here. And then instead of hollowing out that lip for the popping action, I decided to put a piece of metal cut out in like an egg shape and then bent to make a better shape and push more water. I put some white and silver glitter in the epoxy to give it that shine. I put my initials right here on the bottom like I did with the turd. And this wire that I'm using is 16 gauge galvanized wire, which is not what I wanted. Like I said, I wanted stainless steel. I didn't have it at the time, but the other day before yesterday actually, my stainless steel wire came in, so future projects will have better wire. I went ahead and used one of these things right here for the line tie because I wanted something a little bit bigger to secure this with, and also the epoxy is holding it, so it's pretty stout. But I mean, there she is, the pregnant popper. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it'll work. I don't know, it hasn't touched water yet, but I think it'll work because of how wide it is. Don't necessarily need lead in the belly to hold it upright because of that. And I'm hoping that the hook hangers and all the hardware and stuff will be enough to keep it upright. That's gonna be the video. Today we're gonna be wading in the river and throwing this pregnant popper and hopefully catching some fish because I think it'll get bit. The topwater turd got bit and it's like 2 inches longer than this, solid brown. And it was a terrible day for topwater and it still got bit. So I'm thinking we could do pretty good. Now, really quick before we do get in, I want to let you guys know that hopefully we do better today than the last time we came to the river because it started out good last time and then turned into an absolute nightmare. So we were on the water for like 8 hours instead of 4 like we thought. We had to get out and drag the kayaks 90% of the time because the water was so shallow. It was starting to turn into a bad day and then this happened. That just happened. That just happened. Look at that. It just exploded into like 6 pieces. There's a piece up there too, and a piece right there. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and some went in the water. So It absolutely exploded. That really blows. So yeah, hopefully today goes a lot better than that. But we're not in the kayak, so we don't have to worry about rods getting caught up on things. We are gonna get in, we are gonna wade, and hopefully catch small squatch. You guys stay tuned, enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment down below if you wanna see more videos like this one and more DIY lure stuff, because it's an absolute blast. Also, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any videos that I make like this. Verse of the day is popping up on the screen right now. Take a second to meditate on God's word, because it's fantastic to do so. And I'll see you guys when I get my feet in this filthy river, because the water is kind of murky today, but let's do it. Wasting no time. I'm gonna get in right here, but first, let's toss this thing out there. See what it looks like. Oh, oh wow. Oh wow. You guys. You guys. It pushes so much water, and I'm barely even popping it. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Not gonna lie, guys, it is freaking cold, but I think it's just because I just got in. It's a whole lot deeper here than it usually is, so that's unfortunate, but we in here. Just look at that thing. Just look at how good that looks. Man, I'm pumped about it. I'm pumped about it. It was a good choice to go with this perch pattern because of the bright chartreuse and the bright orange on the bottom, because of this water that we have. It's pretty murky. Man, that thing pushes so much water. And this thing is awesome. Ugh. I'm in a bunch of mud though right now, and it's really hard to walk. I think I might get out right here and then go around the bridge. It might be easier. Because of how big this thing is and how much water it pushes, I'm not expecting this to be a numbers day. I'm just hoping we can catch some fish on it. You know, one fish and I'll be stoked. So anything over one is just gonna be, you know, that's just gonna be bonus. So this is gonna get super deep right here. Oh, way deeper than I thought. Way deeper than I thought. Just missed one. I know you guys seen that. That was a smallie too. That was a smallie. Come on. Come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Just like in the Ned rig video, I'm just now getting to a point to where I'm starting to see bait fish, and I mean, I said it in the last video too. This first like 35, 45 minutes is kind of garbage. I have caught fish there before, but usually I don't catch fish until I get past this first little set of rapids or whatever you want to call them. So hopefully things look up. I've had, as of right now, maybe 2 bites. I don't know if one of them was a bite or not, but I'm pretty sure it was. The other one I know was a bite because smallmouth jumped out of the water for it. He was small. I don't know if I kept that in the video or not. I don't. Sometimes when I'm going through my videos to edit, if I see like the first couple of seconds and I know that I don't catch a fish in that one, or I know I don't say anything important, I'll just go ahead and delete it. So I don't know if it's in here or not, but I had one jump out for it, and then I had something smack it. But like I said, the worst part of this stretch is what we just went through. So hopefully we can change things a bit. And if you guys remember in the Ned Rig video, there's a spot up here where I always catch a decent fish. I don't know if that's gonna happen this time because it's topwater. I've always caught a decent fish there, but on a crawl or a spinner bait or something that can get down underneath all of the current that's right there. So, I mean, we'll give it a try. We'll throw this over there and pop it a few times, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the same reaction with this that we would with something on the bottom. But, you know, that's a little third of the way update. Hopefully things will get better as they usually do after I pass up this part. So you guys stay tuned. I'm telling you, we're gonna get one on this popper, at least one. You know, I made it this big so it would kind of wean out the little ones, and you know, so far we haven't caught any little ones, but the one that we did miss was a decent size. It wasn't big, but it wasn't as small as some of the really little ones that I get from this river. It wasn't like, you know, 4 inches long. Those are the ones I'm trying to avoid catching. But we'll see. I don't know if you guys can hear me good or not, but this is the spot where I've always caught decent fish. It's gonna be really hard for me to fish this here, because as soon as I cast it out, it's already down here again. But I'm definitely gonna try it, because I know fish kind of chill here. I've always caught fish here, I just don't know how well I'm gonna be able to fish a popper. That's a big one. Drag, 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 drag. That's a big one, guys. That could be small squatch. Could be small squatch. Could be small squatch. And I threw him in the bushes. I'm so sorry, my guy. I'm so sorry, my guy. But we just freaking caught a tank. A tank. Oh man, my lure's hung up in a bush with him on it. Let's go. Let's go. You are kidding right now. That is a stud. I don't think it's 3, but it's 2 something. Definitely the biggest that I've caught out of this river system. And I caught it on the pregnant popper. Let's freaking go, dude. I'm so jacked right now. I don't even know what to say. I got my scale. Yes, yes. You guys, I have nowhere to put my camera, but look at this fish. I hope you guys can see that, because I know the sun is probably beaming down, but I'm gonna rinse her off real quick, get some pictures, and then we'll weigh her. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for the angle because I have nowhere to put my GoPro. I don't think this is small squatch. We're zeroed out here, but it's definitely a good 2. Whoa! All right, here we go. Here we go, we're gonna zero her out. You guys tell me what it says. I hope you guys seen that, but I'm not gonna keep her out of the water much longer because this is a beautiful fish. I want her to be healthy. I want to get her back in the water, and it's really hot today. Let's go. Let's freaking go. On the homemade pregnant popper. Yes. All right, guys. Here she is in all of her glory. That is an absolutely beautiful fish. Sorry about the cord in the way. I just really wanted to get down with her I think every big fish and every fish that means something, which they all mean something, but you know, I just got this thing on a homemade topwater popper. So, man, look how gorgeous. Every fish like this deserves a really good release. Get down in the water with them. See you, girl. All right. I kind of just threw her in the current and I was hoping that she would kind of give me a show, but she just took off down that way. Let's go. 2 pounds and 13 ounces. 3 ounces shy of small squatch. Let's go. It may not be the one we're after, but I'll take that all day. Let's get back to fishing. Okay guys, I've calmed down a little bit. The thing that just happened was insane. I don't even know what to say. We almost got small squatch and it was on a homemade lure. This thing is hands down my favorite popper just because of that. Now it's got teeth marks on it, which is fantastic. The hooks held up fine, the split rings held up fine, everything held up perfectly fine. It still feels as sturdy as it was when I first made it. Let's go. I'm gonna keep casting here for a little bit because you never know. I hope you guys can see on camera when he hit, because that was just ridiculous. I don't think that a lot of you guys understand how big that fish was for this creek. That was a freaking giant. 2 pounds is a really big smallmouth for this creek. So anything over that is just giant. And the fact that it was just a few ounces shy of small squatch, 3 pounds or bigger, it blows my mind. I think it was more like 2 pounds and 10 or 11 ounces instead of 2 pounds and 13, because I weighed it and it was 213, and then I wasn't filming and I weighed it a couple more times and it was saying 2 pounds and 11. So I think it was 2 pounds and 11 ounces, but still, that is a freaking giant. So we made it back to the truck. You know, we only caught one fish today, but it was the right fish. This thing did exactly what I designed it to do. Exactly. It kind of weaned out the smaller fish. I didn't catch but one fish, but it was big. Because not many small fish are gonna go after this thing. And I don't know if you guys can see the teeth marks on this thing, but that's a beautiful sight. It's such a good feeling to catch something on something that you've made with your hands. But I couldn't be more happy with this thing. The way it looks, the way it works, just everything about it. I love it. I'm definitely gonna be making more, like I said, because this was an absolute blast. The fact that the one that we did catch was literally ounces away from being small squatch blows my mind. I'm stoked. I couldn't ask for a better turnout. This thing is fantastic, and I cannot wait to use this more and also make some more and use those, because I mean, I don't even know what else to say. It was an absolute blast. I had so much fun throwing this thing, and you can see a few little marks where I did beat it up quite a bit. I threw it on some rocks, some trees, and you know, it held up good. It held up really well. So I'm proud of this bait. I really am. I didn't think it was gonna turn out as good as it did, and I'm super stoked that it did. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and if you did, let me know. Leave a like, drop a comment down below if you want to see more videos like this, more lure making, or more in search of small squatch, or more of both of them combined. And if you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button and hit the post notification bell. That way YouTube will notify you when I do upload. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and head to the house, because it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening. It's really, really hot, and I'm starving. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.